R programming. Basic of IDE in R. Objectives. What are the objectives of R programming? To understand the features of R and its environment, to learn the IDE in R. So what is the use of R programming? R programming is one kind of program. It is used in the data science. So in this introduction of R programming, R is a language and environment for statistical computing and graphics. It is a GNU project which is similar to the S language and environment which was developed at Bell Laboratory by John Chambers and colleagues. R can be considered as a different implementation of S. There are some important differences, but much code written for S runs unaltered under R. R gives a wide variety of statistical, that is called as a linear and non-linear modeling, classical statistical test, time series analysis, classification clustering, and graphical techniques are highly extensible. R is integrated for the suitable for software facilities for data manipulation, calculation, and graphical displays. It's include an effective data handling and storage facility for using this R programming, a suite of operators for calculations on array in the particular matrices, a large coherent integrated collections of intermediate tools for data analysis, graphical facilities for data analysis and display the either on screen or on hard copy, and a well-developed, simple and effective programming language which includes the conditional loops, user-defined recursive functions, and input and output facilities. What are the main features of R programming? So first one is open source. R is an open source software environment. It is a free of cost and can be adjusted and adopted according to the users and the project requirements. Second one, strong graphical capabilities. R can produce static graphics with the production's quality, visualization, and has extended the libraries, providing interactive graphical capabilities. This makes data visualization and data representations very easy. From concise charts to celebrate an interactive flow diagram, all are well within the R repertoire. Look at the attractive graphical visualization in R programming. The next feature is highly active community. R has an open source library which is supported by its growing number of users. The R environment is continuously growing. This growth is due to the large user base. The next feature, a wide selection of packages. CRAN or Comprehensive R Archive Network House, more than the 10,000 different packages and extensions that help solve all the sorts of problems in the data science. High quality interactive graphics, web application development, quantitative analysis, or machine learning product, there is a package for every scenario available. The R contains a sea of package for all the forms of disciplines like astronomy and biology. While R was originally used for academic purpose, it is now being used in the industries as well as. The next method is a comprehensive environment. R has a very comprehensive and development environment, meaning it helps in statistical computing as well as the software development. R is an object-oriented programming language. It has a robust package called R Shiny, which can be used to produce a full-fledged web applications. Combined with the data analysis and the data visualization, R can be used for highly interactive online data-driven storytelling, can perform complex and statistical calculations. R can be used to perform the simple and complex mathematical and statistical calculations on data objects of the wide variety. It can also perform such the operations on the large data sets. So the large data sets, we have to use this R programming to find the calculate part of the data object. Okay, next one is the distributed computing. In the distributed computing, takes are split between multiple processing nodes to reduce the processing time and increase the efficiency. Or has the package like DDR and multi-deployed that enable it to use the distributed computing to process the large data set to share the resources among the all the unit. It is called the distributed computing. The next that is objectives are running code without a compiler. R is an interpreted language, which means that it does not need a compiler to make a program from the code. R is directly interrupt the provide code into lower level call and the pre-compiled code. The next one, interfacing with database. R containing the several packages that enable is to interact with the database like or Oracle, Open Database Connectivity Protocol, or MySQL. And next one is the data variety. R can handle the variety of structured and unstructured data. It also provides the various data modeling and data operation facility due to its interactions with database. Next, the machine learning. R can be used for machine learning as well as the best use of R when it comes to machine learning in case of exploration or when building one of models. Next one, data wrangling. Data wrangling is the process of cleaning the complex and inconsistent data sets to enable the convenient computation and further analysis. This is a very time-taking process, or with it extensive library of tool can be used for data manipulation and wrangling. Cross-platform support, or is a machine independent. It supports the cross-platform operations. Therefore, it can be used on many different operating systems, compatible with other programming language. While most of its functions are written in the R itself, C and C++ Photon can be used for computationally heavy tasks. Java and .NET, Python, C++, and Photon can also be used to manipulate the objects directly. Data handling and storage. R is integrated with all the format of data storage, due to which data handling becomes easy. Some features, unique features of R programming. Due to the large number of packages available, there are the many other handy features as well as. Since R can perform operations directly on vectors, it does not require too much looping. R can pull data from APIs and servers and SPSS files and many other formats. R is useful to web scraping. It can perform the multiple complex mathematical operations with a single command. Using the R markdown, it can create attractive report that combine the plain text with the code and visualization of the results. Due to the large number of researchers and statisticians using it, a new idea and technology often appear in the R community first. So how to install the R programming? So in that installation of R programming is a very popular language, and to work on that, we have to install the two things, R and R Studio. So we have to install it first, R and the R Studio. R and R Studio works together to create the project on R. So installation of R to the local computer is very easy. First, we must know which OS operating system we are using so that we can download it accordingly. First, we have to download it the OS first. Okay, the official site helps, that is the cloudrproject.org, provide the binary files for major OS operating systems, including the Windows, Linux, Mac OS. It is used. In some Linux distributions of distributions. R is installed by the default, which we can verify from the console by entering R programming. Okay, R is an open source one. Okay, R install the R, either we can get it from the site https and cloud or project.org, or can use the commands for the terminal. How to install the R in Windows? There are the following steps used to install the R in Windows. Step 1. First, we have to download the R setup from the http cloud.r project.org bin/windows/base/dot. So this is the first we have to install the R in the window. Step 2. When we click on download R 3.61 for window, our downloading will be started for R setup. Once the downloading is finished, we have to run the setup of R in the following way. Okay, see this is the window will present. Then we can using the R 3.6.1 for window and download it, and we can get this type of window. Afterwards, we have to click it in the next. Select all the components which we want to install. We can select it to be here, and then we will proceed to the next. Okay, third step. In the next step, we have to select either the customized startup or accept the default, and then we proceed to next. Okay, see this window, then we have to find it the setup for that window. When we proceed to next, our installation of R is our system will get the started. So automatically we'll get the started, then automatically it will go for the green line. Then the green line will end in that ending. Another fifth point, in the last, we will click on finish to successfully install the R in our system. So automatically, then we can finish in the window, it have the finish, then finish icon, then you can click it over, then completing the R windows in that one. R installation in Unix. Unix, how that R is installed in the Unix. There are the only 3 steps to install the R in the Unix. Step 1, in the first step, we have to update all the record fields in our system using sudo apt_get update command. So we have to get it like this. Step 2, in the second step, we will install the R file in our system with the help of the, again, it's a sudo get install R basics. So this is the window will appear. The third step, in the last step, we type R and press enter the work on the R editor. Okay, so this is the main part of the R programming to be installed. Next one, what is that IDE? IDE is nothing but an integrated development environment, is software for building the applications that combine the common and developer tool into a single graphical user interface. An IDE is typically consists of source code editor, local built automation, and debugger. Source code editor, a text editor that can assist in writing the software code with the features such as the syntax highlighted with the visual cubes, providing the language specific auto completions and checking for bugs as the code is being written. The second one, local built automation. Utilities that automate simple, separate, repeatable tasks as part of the creating the local build of the software for use by the developer, like compiling computer source code into binary code, packaging binary code, and running automated tests. At the debugger, a program for testing other programs that can graphically display the locations of the bug in their original code. Then, what are the popular kinds of IDEs? There are the many different technical and business use of IDE, which likes means there are many periodically and open source IDE option on the market. Typically, the most important differentiate characteristics between the IDE are: first one, the number of supported language; second, support operating system; third, automation features; four, impact on system performance; then plugging and extensions. The number of supported languages. IDE is described to one language and so on between match for the specific program paradigm. Intel J, for instance, is known primarily as a Java IDE. Supported operating system. A developer operating system will consist of which IDE or viable, and if the applicable being developed intent of the end user with a specific OS, this may be additional constraints. Automation features. Even though most IDE include the three key features: text editor, build automation, and debugger, and include the upper for addition features like refreshing, code search, and containing the integration and continuous deployment tools. Impact on system performance. IDE is memory. Food point may be important to consider if the developer wants to run other memory intensive applications concurrently. So next, plugging and extensions. What is a plugging and extensions? Some IDEs include the ability to customize workflows to match a developer needs and performs. So these are the main the popular of IDEs. That is next, mobile development IDE. Nearly every industry has been affected by the rising the popularity of applications designed for smartphone and tablet, leading many companies to develop the mobile applications in addition to the traditional web applications. One of the key features in the mobile applications development in the platform choice, cloud IDEs. IDEs is used in the cloud. IDE that are the provided as a cloud-based software as a service provide the number of unique benefits compared to the local development environment. This is also provides a level of standardization across the team numbers environment, which can might mitigate the common this works on my machines. So these are the best ideal software uses for the development of applications. So Microsoft Visual Studio, NetBeans, PyCharm, that is the Android blocks, the Android Studio, Komodo, then so many things that should be used for the ideal softwares. Key benefits of IDE. Key benefits of IDE is it can be used to create the software applications, drivers, and utilities. It allows the developing the software in any programming language without spending much time on language system. IDE has the ability to correct syntaxes, gives a warning about memory leaks, assistant in writing the quality of code. And IDE benefits, it has increased the efficiency where you can code faster with the less effort. And its features help organize the resources, prevent mistakes, and provide the shortcuts. It supports collaboration in which a group of programmers can easily work together with the IDE. It provides the programmer resources that are easy. By creating the applications, IDE manages resources such as the library files, header files, etc. This includes the pre-installations libraries for specific programming. It makes development easier by using the syntax, higher features. It makes the creations of the database applications easily. So what are the points to ponder? The IDE can be used to create software applications, drivers, and utilities. It allows developing the software in any program language without spending much time on language syntax. R gives a wide variety of statistical and linear, nonlinear modeling, classifications,